What is up, all my chosen ones? Jazz Roy's back now, guys. You see what's on the screen, guys. The market is coming back up. You heard the announcements from these last 2 days. Back up over a trillion in the whole market cap. Vault just got back into the 5 zeros again. If you look, we've been trading sideways for the longest, staying right in that 9 zone, and now we're coming back up once again. Will this be the time that we stay up in the 5s? Let's find out. I think so. Colt has been doing phenomenal. And today we're going to be going over what my wallet's looking like. Before I begin, guys, smash that like button. Please hit the notification bell and subscribe if you're new to the channel, guys. We're keeping this channel going and growing. I know I'm not uploading every day because I believe in freshness. I need to come on here and bring you guys fresh content. I do not want to be in the position where every single day I'm talking about the same thing like a broken tape recorder. No, I'm not doing that. We're taking this channel to the next level. We're here to talk about financial freedom and how to get there in case you're not there, because I'm not there. And we're documenting that journey. And sometimes along that journey, it means you got to step away from the charts sometimes. It means you got to leave your investments alone and let it do its thing. Let it go down, let it go up, let it do whatever. Because if you have confidence that you made the right decision, no matter how many months back it's been, well, shoot, put it to the test. That's where faith comes in, guys. Investments are looking nice. Been up in the greens, been staying in the greens, especially Colt Dow. I haven't really talked about Colt Dow much, but honestly, guys, my only investments as of right now is Volt Inu, my biggest, and then Colt Dow. That's it. What I personally think is a good idea is that, I'm not saying that you got to hold the exact things that I'm holding. What I am saying is that this is the time where you have the opportunity to make investments in projects that you personally believe in. Projects that you personally believe will take your money to the next level. Okay, I'm not going for the same utility that 20, 30 other projects are all trying to come out with at the same time. I'm going for uniqueness. I'm going for fresh. I'm going for stability. I'm going for projects that have already proved themselves and they're still early. So that's why my choices have been Volt Inu and Colt Dow. And so far, I do not regret either of those investments. I invested into Colt, it must have been a month and a half ago. I've just left it there and I'm still up almost 2x. I got in at a 50 million market cap, give or take, close to a 50 million, and it's sitting at 84. Volt, I've been a Volt holder since March. You got to look at it like this. If you're new to investing, your first move should be how to make your first. Depends on how much you got. If you don't got money like that to be investing, you got only a few hundred to your name. See how to turn that into your first 5K. You make your first 5K. Now it's a little easier for you to turn it into your first 10K. Once you hit your 10K, now you got to think bigger. Now you got to think how to 10X that into 100K. So that's the part that I'm in right now. So I already made my 5 figures, and now I'm seeing what is going to take my 5 figures to the 6-figure realm. Because if that same strategy can work and I reuse it from 6 to 7 figures, should be a no-brainer, right? Obviously, it's going to be higher stakes, but higher stakes yield higher rewards. It's just knowing what individual stakes to make. That's the name of this game. Volt Inu has the Volted Dragon Sailors Club coming out. I'm very excited about that. I've stacked up a bit of ETH, and that is the next thing I'm using my ETH on. I haven't bought into other projects. Yes, there's been other projects doing good. We'll talk about that in a bit. Pyro's one of them. I missed out on that one. I can't even think off the top of my head, but there's been other projects out there that have been doing really good. Just out the woodworks of launching, people have been making good money off of them, and that's what it's all about, guys. If you zoom out and look at what's happening around you in the market, history is repeating itself just like we saw in the past from last year. Things are getting back to that point where people have been liquidating their assets, right? Holding up all this cash because of the uncertainty going on and the prolonged uncertainty in the markets. Now they're looking for what's the quickest way to flip this bad boy. What's the quickest way I can flip this? We're entering back into the territory where you can put baby bits of money and walk out with 100x or more of a return after a couple months of patience. Well, I've seen some projects doing 100x. I think I've seen like 2 or 3 projects 100x within a week span. I'm being honest with you. It's getting back to those points, guys. So be very mindful of what you're putting your money into and make sure that you're persistent. Don't be paper-handed because you get into something that goes wrong and you jump back out at a loss. That's foolish, all right? Are you in here to make some long-term money, or are you in here just to pay your next light bill? That's what you got to ask yourself when you get into DeFi projects, especially like these, because because these are big monumental opportunities, not just Volt, but also Cult DAO. Now, there's other projects that I'm not in on. There's other good projects like a BTFA. That's another one that I think is doing really good. Projects like WagMe. You know, there's different projects out there. The newer one, Shiba Punks, they're doing really good too. There's a good handful of projects, guys, and I believe there's going to be a lot more. Pick the ones that you personally feel good with. Stick with it. That's it. Bunker down. Stick with it. That's the best thing you can do if you want to start growing your net worth using the opportunity that's presented to us right now in the current state of the markets. This is what I'm waiting on, guys. This is going to be my third investment. I want to mint one of these NFTs. I already signed up for the whitelist for the second round because that's the one that I qualified for since I got into Volt back in March and not in February. I believe that already closed early this morning. So the ones that missed this one, you're going to have to wait until the public minting, which should be at a slightly higher price of 0.3 Ethereum. I got into the one where it could be at 0.25 Ethereum. I got my friend into that one too. I made sure that we both, because we both holding both. So we both in on this one. But, you know, we just waiting for the email to come through to confirm that our wallets actually got accepted for the whitelist, which I'm really hoping I do, because this is something that I really think can take off, because you got to understand what the Volt army is capable of. I mean, this is an army that in the bear market in the first day of July, for the hell of it, just threw $160,000 into Volt just to do so. Dollar cost averaging, so to speak, right? Can you imagine what they're gonna do to an NFT from Volt that just happened to start at less than half an ETH to mint? Guys, I really think this floor is gonna go insane. And look at these style NFTs, man. I really want to get my hands on a gold, but I mean, honestly, if I get the diamond, hey man, if I get the diamond, it's a wrap. Oh, it's a wrap, baby. I'm set. Man, listen, it's a wrap, because I don't even think you'd have to hodl for too long before you start seeing the floor price go up exponentially. Like, this is really what I'm seeing with it. That's why I'm like, you know what? I see these other products coming out, but I'm gonna just rack up as much ETH as I need to at least mint me a Volted Dragon Sailors Club NFT, because you gotta just look at where the money is, guys. The money is in Volt. We got money in Cult as well. Cult's doing a really good job, but Volt, that's my biggest bag. So of course I'm gonna vouch for this one more than all the others, man, because let me tell you, it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard to just 100x. You're 100x away from changing your life. That's how I'm looking at it. I am 100x away from both investments added up. I'm a 100x away from making my first million. Just like that, literally just like that. Well, it technically be like $990-something thousand, but it's still a million, so to speak, you know, if I leave it in a little longer. So you gotta look at it like that, guys. And even when you do hit your first million, now it's up to you. Do you want to pull out the entire million, or just take a few $100K that you need, pay off whatever debts and things like that if your expenses are like that? Set yourself free from having to be financially reliant upon your employer, or if you love your job, then financially reliant upon just making ends meet, living paycheck to paycheck. You can break out of that and still leave enough aside to see what more it can flip in the months to come, or even take some of those assets that you made them profits and find newer projects, because I know there's going to be newer projects coming. It may not be on the degree of Volt, it may not be on the degree of Cult, but it could still be enough of a degree where you can maybe 10x yourself, 20x yourself. And if you got money where you can just throw 10K into a new project and 20x that, well, you just made another $200,000, guys. So this is the mindset that I'm on, man. I'm already plotting on what I'm going to be doing with the funds when it hits, man. I don't ever stop planning, because I really believe that this is going to come true. I really don't feel any ounce of doubt in my body. That's why I don't have to constantly be here each day, because I'm already convinced that this is going to take off. I mean, I'm watching the live streams with Power, Pablo, Jake, man, them guys are killing it. When you got guys like them repping our community as well, I don't see anything to worry about, to be honest with you. I really don't. Cult has been killing it. They got listed on KuCoin in less than 6 months old. And to hit a penny, ironically, it would have to hit roughly a 50-ish billion market cap, which is also the target that we really want to see Volt hit. So imagine having two projects aiming for the same type of goal. Like, obviously, I don't have nearly as much in Cult as I have in Volt, but you know, who knows? With the NFTs, the floor price could get so high that when the time comes for me to sell it, if I do get one, which I'm going to try and get one. I ain't playing with that. You know, I could take easy like a quick 2,000 of those profits and put it into Cult. And now it got me a good position that I can hodl long term to see it hit the multi-billions and now I can benefit from both assets. And then when we get to that point, now the next step, we're going to see how to flip that to make more assets, long-term assets. All right, so that's where we are right now, guys. Keep your head up, man. Stay volted. If you're with Cult Dow and Revolt, stick with it as well, man. Whatever investment that you're holding to get you to that freedom state, continue holding on to it. That's my best recommendation. If you don't got the funds to keep dollar cost averaging, well, shoot, holding is better than nothing. I've been holding the whole way through. I haven't taken profits. I haven't did nothing in the last, I'd say, well over 2 months now. I just been holding. I'm securing my investments. My money's not spread out too far. I got full control of what's going on in my money, and I feel like that's the best way to do it, especially if you're holding long-term for these products. So with that being said, folks, let me know if you're feeling bullish or not. I'm extremely bullish, and that's not changing. So let me know in the comments how you feel about that, all right? With that being said, folks, I'm Jazz Royce. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will catch each and every one of you guys at the top.